Hey guys, do you often feel tired? Just wake up feeling like you haven't really rested, so you've got to go through the day? Do you feel you've got, even sometimes I found random pains just keep occurring? It blew my mind when I figured out a simple way to solve all of that. I'm not going to say it'll absolutely work always for you, but it's something that's built within your body, simplest thing in the world, but we never focus on it, so we don't make it a skill, so we're not any good at it, or I wasn't. And all it is, it's a simple, it's not really a trick. It's just a natural part of your life, your body. And it's free, and essentially it means it can be an upgrade. And it's just recovery. It's sleep. Okay? Everybody knows that they're supposed to sleep. But how many of us do it well? I didn't. I had all sorts of little niggly things, some bigger in my life, just tired, that kind of stuff, stressed. One time I had a migraine. It was because I hadn't slept for ages. I hadn't slept properly. I was waking up during the night, couldn't go to sleep because I'm so worried at work, that kind of stuff. And now I'm a parent. It's just more all the time, because if you find at work you've got issues with your children, children are fine, but there's always something going on. So now, as a parent, I work more than ever because kids at work a lot, okay? So it's really just about, as a human, how do you make that work? Because looking the other way around, you're designed to look after your children. You're designed to go out and work. Maybe not the way we work these days, but you are designed for all that. So how on earth did all people in the past get through it? Now, what I've found is all the people that I really admire, all of them, they have the challenges I've got too. That just, you can't see, it's not obvious. So what I found is that by focusing on recovery and sleep as a skill, as something that is there, but you've got to realize you have to learn, just like anything else, start to understand your body. There's loads out, there's loads of resources, there's loads I want to put on this channel. But this is the thing that I wish people had told me right from the start, that recovery, sleep, is the most important thing I will ever do. I know they tell it, and of course it's my fault for not listening, you know how it is. So I'm saying now, that is the thing that I know I want to focus on the channel. Human performance is all about recovery. And I'll get it a little bit more, is that the first thing I did in A-level biology, the first lesson, I remember it being homeostasis. Now that's actually focusing on recovery, because homeo is the body, stasis is balance. So it's balance of the body. And the point being is you cannot get balance unless you understand that you're recovering from any situation. And that's all it ever really was. And that's all I've ever seen. Human performance, which I apply every day, and that's what I want to share, is that you've got to understand, how are you out of balance? And you're always out of balance. The human body is so complex. It's like, well, you could say a city, but really it's like kind of like the Earth or a galaxy or something. It's huge. It's in terms of complexity, it's so insanely complex. Because there are trillions of cells all trying to keep you together, keep you working. Okay, that's what you're made up of. Now you've got to get them all working. So if you focus on doing it with yourself, there's too much. You've got hundreds of things all out of balance at the same time. How do you fix all that? Well, your body knows how to. And when you go to sleep, all those cells respond to signals that are going through your body. Now, you've either got one saying, stay awake, which is your fight or flight, don't do anything. Well, none of your major fixes will happen at that point. Okay, none of them. That's your heart. If that makes it clear, that's your heart, your brain. All those things will not fix themselves if you've got a fight or flight hormones going through your body. Now, if you ever from then on read the science out there, you'll start to see that makes a lot of sense. Generally, all the people who have major problems in these areas have got fight or flight running through all the time. They're not recovering, they're too stressed all the time, all these things, okay? Now, I'm not telling you that sleeping will fix everything and stop problems. What I'm saying is that every day wears you out. You're going to have wear and tear from every day. When you feed, you supply energy into the body, all sorts of different kinds of things and tools. But how do you get all that resource into the right place? That's your recovery process. And it happens during the day, yes, but at a small level, and it doesn't do the deep stuff. The really important fundamental things, they only really happen when you're sleeping. So if you see sleep as a skill, it becomes like anything else, something you can learn to do. And I've learned that I need to not stress about it. You know, when you're lying there and you're like, why am I not sleeping? It's 4 a.m, it's 6 a.m, I've got to get up in an hour. Yeah, that's normal. That happens. The more more I'm into this, the more I notice, oh yeah, it's not just me. But by not judging it, I actually find that, well, okay, I'm about to go to sleep because it's 6 a.m. Quite often, I've been sleeping through the night, dozing. My body's taking care of itself. And it manages it, and it does what's necessary. There's loads of research I do want to cover and go into, but it's too much. I just want to start getting some good videos out there because I haven't done good ones. So I want to know, does this make sense? Have I got my point across? I know I will have missed things. I don't have all sorts of templates in place that I should have to remind me to keep exactly on topic. But that's because this is some of my first posts where I've done lots and not been happy with them because there's so much to cover. That's the biggest thing I've found when it comes to understanding human performance. It doesn't end, and you never know everything. We only really know about 1 or 2% of what a human can really do. I mean, it's mind-blowing what's in there. So I thought, now I'll talk about recovering and why your body will not fix itself until it knows it doesn't have anything to do. You're not going to ask it to go and do something. That is generic. That's a normal problem that we see in other areas. I think I'll do another post on it because I think I've made the point now, hopefully. So if you realize that recovery is what's important, that will change the way that you live your life. You won't necessarily, that's what changed me, stopped me working so much. That's the only thing that really makes me realize I need to have boundaries on when I work and I'm draining my body and when I let it recover and fix everything. Because that does actually, when I feel low now, when I feel drained all the time, when I even get pains that are weird. Instead of popping pills, I actually make sure I've sorted my sleep, and then pretty much every time I haven't. I now see it's a signal to take care of myself. How can I take care of myself, or my children? How can I be best at work? How can I turn up to my job and do the best I can? So how can I be a professional? I say those things because that can change the way you think. It's changed the way I think. I would say to my boss, I'm being the best professional I can by making sure I am best, because there's plenty of work on at the moment and I'm actually quite stressed about it. It's keeping me awake. That's normal. But they know, the place I've worked there a long time, so they know I care about doing the job, and that's why I'm stressed. And I care about my kids, that's why I'm stressed. But I don't give up. And this is my way of helping my body help me. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Let me know in the comments below what questions you've got, what I've missed, what you'd elaborate on, what would make it clearer. I've even made my point, I could have waffled completely. But thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, have a nice day. Bye-bye.